as you saw in the previous activity, electrons for atoms are arranged in different layers. We call those layers shells. And also, if you look at the periodic table, you will notice the rows and columns of the atoms. Those rows will tell you about how many shells those atoms have. For example, the atoms in the second row, they all have 2 shells for their electrons. We call those rows period. So the red colors represent the first period with 1 shell, and the second period represent the atoms with 2 shells for the electrons. Also, the periodic table has the groups, and we can number each group, okay? And group is the column like this: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Notice that we are skipping the middle, okay? We are looking at only the last 6 and the first 2 because these show more regular patterns. Now, these group numbers give you the idea about how many valence electrons these atoms contain. For example, if you look at group 4, all of these elements in group 4 have 4 valence electrons. Let's take a look at magnesium as an example. As you can see, magnesium has the atomic number 12, which means it has 12 electrons and 12 protons. So magnesium with 12 electrons, let's draw what it looks like. So out of 12 electrons, I drew only 2 electrons in the very first shell, and there are 8 electrons in the second shell. So we got 2 more electrons to go. So the last 2 electrons would go to the third shell. So we can say the magnesium has 3 shells, and it does make sense because magnesium is in the 1, 2, third row, which is the third period, so 3 shells. And also it has 2 valence electrons because it's in group number 2.